If you're tired of having something like this or nothing at all after having a great day of fun in the pool and want a little something more like that, then keep watching, because today I'm going to build a simple shelf made out of items you can find at any local hardware store that won't break the bank, it's easy to assemble, and only requires a little bit of time. Now it's time to head on down to your local hardware store and pick up a few items. You'll need a bottle of PVC cement. You'll need 4 sticks of Schedule 40 3/4 inch by 10 foot PVC pipe. Grab 2 3/4 inch couplers. You'll also need 14 3/4 inch elbows, along with 1 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC cap, 13 Schedule 40 3/4 inch T-connectors, 1 Schedule 40 3/4 inch cross connector, a PVC cutter, which comes in real handy without having to use a PVC saw for cutting 3/4 inch pipe, tape measure, and a Sharpie. So we have all our parts, we're ready to get started, and we're going to start by cutting all of our PVC pipe. First, we're going to start with our 2-foot sections. These pieces are going to be used as the cross members in order to hang our towels and bathing suits on. We'll need 9 total of these for the entire shelf. Again, use the PVC cutter. It's a lot easier than having to saw each individual piece. Here is a list of all the pieces that we're going to need cut. 9 pieces cut at 24 inches, 2 pieces cut at 16 inches, 2 pieces cut at 14 inches, 2 pieces cut at 10 inches, 1 piece cut at 8 inches, 14 pieces cut at 5 inches, 2 pieces cut at 2 inches, and 6 pieces cut at 1 inch. Start to lay out all of your pieces so we can kind of see what we're working with. First, we want to lay out all of our 24-inch sticks in order to make sure that we have all 9 of them cut properly. Then we want to start laying out all of our connectors, our elbows, our T's, our couplers, and everything that we're going to need to start connecting. Then we start to lay out our smaller pieces of PVC, the 5-inch and the 1-inch pieces for the connections. Now you're going to want to start your assembly. Put some PVC cement on the inside of the elbow connector and attach it to the first 24-inch stick. Do this on both sides before you start to move downward on the shelf. Now that you've connected your elbows to your first 24-inch piece, you're going to want to grab 2 5-inch pieces and attach them to the elbows as seen here. Now that your 5-inch pieces are connected, you're going to want to add your first set of T-connectors. Be sure to place them sitting upright as shown in the picture here. Next, add your second 5-inch pieces to those 2 T-connectors as shown here. Now we're going to take 2 1-inch pieces of PVC and add them to the T-connectors that we just attached to the previous 5-inch pieces of PVC. Now that you've added your 2 1-inch pieces of PVC to the T-connectors, you're going to want to add these 2 couplers to those 1-inch pieces of PVC to continue the assembly. Next, we're going to add another 1-inch piece of PVC pipe to the T-connector, and then we're going to add a T-connector to that 1-inch piece of PVC pipe, another piece of 5-inch PVC pipe to that T-connector, add another T-connector, and then we're going to put another 5-inch piece of PVC pipe to that T-connector, and then we're going to add our final T-connector to the assembly. One more piece of 5-inch PVC will be added, and then it's time to put our final 2 elbows to the back assembly of the shelf. Once these 2 elbows are connected to the last 2 pieces of 5-inch PVC, we're going to connect those 2 elbows together with another 24-inch piece. Now it's time to add our shelves. First, we're going to put 2 5-inch pieces of PVC into the T-connectors at the top of the shelf. Then we're going to add an elbow to one of those 5-inch connectors and another elbow to one end of a 24-inch piece of PVC. The reason I do it this way, it's a lot easier to add this cross piece onto the entire assembly if you only put one elbow on at a time. Now that the elbows are connected, we want to take the 24-inch piece and place it on top of the other 5-inch piece as shown here. The next part of the assembly is adding the two 10-inch pieces of PVC into the following T-connectors. This way it extends the next shelf a little bit farther out from the first. This is where the two 10-inch pieces will go into the T-connectors, and then you will add another 24-inch cross piece with the elbows. In the next part of the assembly, we're going to add two 1-inch pieces of PVC pipe to the next set of T-connectors. After we have placed those two 1-inch pieces of PVC on the other T-connector, we're going to put two more T-connectors facing toward one another. Then we're going to insert two 5-inch pieces of PVC on top of those two T-connectors. Then we're going to add the elbows to those two 5-inch pieces of PVC. Now once you have the elbows in place, we're going to take two more pieces of 24-inch PVC pipe and place them between the elbows and the T-connectors as assembled before. Here's an overhead view of what this assembly will look like once it's done. Once you have that assembly complete, set it aside for the next phase of the assembly. In this assembly, we're going to make another shelf by taking another stick of 24-inch pre-cut PVC, connecting two elbows to either end of that piece, and then inserting two 14-inch pieces in the ends of those elbows. Here is an overhead view of what that assembly looks like now that you have those pieces connected and you place them onto the shelf itself. So hopefully everything has gone smoothly for you thus far. The great thing about video, if you missed anything, you can always rewatch it. So the last part of the assembly is going to require two 24-inch pieces of PVC pipe. We're also going to need to use our last two elbows in the assembly. This is the time that we finally get to use that cross connector and our final T connector. We're also going to be adding in the cap to finish off the end where we're going to add a hanger for goggles and things like that. I've laid out all the dimensions of all the pieces of PVC pipe that we're going to need for this next section. You might want to freeze this part of the video in order to take note of where all the pieces are going to lay out. Once you have all your pieces laid out and you assemble them together, it should look something like this. Added to the actual shelf itself, it will be the last and final part of the series of shelves that we can use to hang bathing suits, towels, anything you want on there. The very final step in this entire project is going to be making sure that we have a way to hang this onto the wall. Since my assembly is going to be hanging on a concrete block wall, I've actually chosen a drill bit that's the same diameter as the Tapcons that I'll be using to go into the wall. In all four corners, drill through all four centers of the elbows in order to create a strong point in order to hang the shelf. You also want to drill through those two couplers that we placed in the center of the shelf earlier in the assembly. This will also give you a place in the middle of the shelf in order to hang for a little bit more support. Now that you've created a great shelf to hang bathing suits, towels, goggles, or whatever you might need to hang, all you need to do is paint it whatever color you like to match your decor, your house, your pool, and hang it on the wall. That's it. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe below and check out my channel for some other great videos. Have a good one.